Guys, how you doing? Erik Purcell right here. Time to kick off video number 5 of our 5-part series on controlling range and neutralizing your opponent. In our final installment, we're going to go over circling and defense, some very important parts of any kind of sparring or fight. And understanding how to use our defense and understanding how to circle properly can also set up some amazing counter-strike opportunities as well. So we're going to go over some great details today in this video, so please stay tuned. All right, guys, when we're talking about defense, we're talking about circling. Some very important points that we need to keep in mind here. So number one, if I have an opponent coming towards me, it's very important that I don't take too many steps backwards. Any opponent can move a lot faster forward than I can move backwards. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on stepping back, maybe 2 steps, and then we're gonna have to circle out. As I step back, circle out. Always, always, always our hands are up when we're circling, which is extremely important. In addition, our hands are up as we're moving back. And as we start to move and we start to gauge the movements of maybe even an aggressive opponent, we can start to look for counter-strike opportunities with our check hooks, any kind of hook, overhands, or even taking advantage of an aggressive opponent as they start to move forward. That's always a great opportunity for me to maybe throw a little jab, throw an overhand, change levels, and shoot. Easy takedowns on an aggressive opponent, as we'll start to demonstrate and go over as well. So guys, as we're talking about dealing with an aggressive opponent as well, someone that's coming forward, so it's very important when we're using our defense, we keep our hands up and we execute a certain amount of range as well by being able to back up, using our footwork and head movement and all those important details as well. But what I can also do against an aggressive opponent is as he's moving forward and I'm covering, I can use an opportunity to level change and then fit in for our shot. Very easy way to take down an aggressive opponent and do it efficiently and with minimal energy as well. All right, guys, so when we're talking about defense, especially in an MMA cage, it's very important that we are circling with our hands up, okay? A lot of times if you're out on the big mats, people have the ability just to keep backing up, because there are no walls, no confined spaces. That's really not gonna help you out with a drill like this. So it's very important to get into a boxing ring, an MMA cage, or set up some kind of boundaries when you're working on your defense. That way you have no option but to get out and circle, especially when it's necessary. So for example, if Mike is starting to come toward me, towards, and now I'm getting in that danger zone that we had talked about earlier. I can't stay here, I need to circle out. So my options, hand up, I can circle out, get back to the center. Maybe I kind of go the other way when I circle out. So I can back up a few steps, but I can't continuously back straight up. If I do that, Mike's a lot faster than me. He's gonna get me to that danger zone and start to engage his set of attacks. So before we get to that 4 foot little diameter kind of close to the cage here, it's very important for us to circle out to the center and put our opponents back up to the wall. But when we're working on our footwork and circling out, you have to do it extremely fast. You can't be lazy. If you're lazy with your footwork, you're not moving fast enough, it's gonna catch you. So in addition to our circling, keeping our hands up, defense, and just proper technique, we can also get back to those long range strikes in order to maintain that range, which is very important. For example, if Mike's in front of me, and let's say I'm tired, let's say that I'm like a little stunned or whatever, and I'm having a hard time circling out, or I'm doing it a lot, and he's starting to kind of stay with me and I'm having trouble. So I can also get back to those long range strikes. If Mike's coming in, I can back him up, keep my range. I can back him up, keep my range. So I can start to use the circling with our long range strikes to maintain that range and start to break them down. And once we do that, or once we get that overly aggressive opponent, we can take him down off of his aggressiveness. We can start to control him, we can start to maneuver him. And if we win these battles of controlling the range and controlling the distance of the fight, he will win the fight.